Recording. Okay. So welcome back to social science class. This is session number 1 today. Right? Only one session is there, and this class is assigned for history. Clear? So we already completed almost 99% of the chapter. Okay. What is the name of the chapter? Nationalism in India. Right? Is that correct? Is that correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about the examination? Yesterday's examination? Is that fine?
Easy, sir.
Easy. Okay. So, or you will score 25 above, right? Yes. There is no guarantee from Lolita. She's thinking that, yeah, it's confusion is there for Lolita. Is she? Yeah. Lolita. Will you?
No, sir.
No, sir. What happened? What's the problem?
No, it was.
Hmm? Tell me.
I was in textbook that.
You
Sir, exam easy.
not studied. Right? Is that correct or not?
Exam was easy.
It was easy. Okay, fine. So fine. What about Sainaba? Sainaba?
See.
Easy. Okay, okay. Anyway, it's not me those who are correcting the paper. Okay. So let me see that. Okay. About your marks. Before you rejoin, right?
Yes, sir.
Happened.
Sir, the net was buffering.
Network issue. Okay. So listen carefully. So last class you wrote about Bharat Mother, right? And today we are thinking about the importance of icons and images. Icons and images. Melvin Martin, what is that? What are you doing there, Melvin? Okay. So everyone, continue. Please complete that note. Okay. So the last point, the tricolor Swaraj flag was designed by Gandhiji, right? That's what we discussed in the last session, right? The tricolor Swaraj flag was designed by Mahatma Gandhi in the year 1921. 1921. Please note down 1921. The tricolor Swaraj flag. So what is the specialty of that flag? What was that? Can anyone tell me? What is that? What is the specialty of that flag? Ashik?
We had three color.
Tricolor. Okay. Then.
Each
Eight
color
lotuses,
represents
then.
something.
Pardon?
Each color
What is it?
represents something.
Representing the provinces. Correct. Then.
It had 8 lotus.
Yeah, 8 lotuses. Correct. Then.
So,
Okay, so that
Third
point is
is
completed.
spinning.
Right. Yeah, fine. Good, good, good. Correct answer. Okay. So come back to our textbook. Please open everyone. So almost all the notes completed, right? And we are here, the last part of the textbook, the sense of collective belonging, right? Okay, so you can see here. As the national movement developed, nationalist leaders become more and more aware of such icons and symbols of unifying the people. So it is very important to use these icons and symbols to unite the people. Okay, so a sense of collective belonging. Only this kind of icons and symbols can unite the people. Okay, some feeling will be there. Okay, it can create some feeling. Okay, so feeling of unity. Okay, during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, the tricolor flag, what is the color? Red, green, and yellow was designed. It had 8 lotuses representing 8 provinces. Okay, underline. The answer for the question. The first flag, Swaraj flag. Okay, 8 lotuses. And a crescent moon representing Hindus and Muslims. Clear? The crescent moon that representing Hindus and Muslims. Who designed that? Gandhiji designed that flag in the year 1921, the time of the Swadeshi movement. Okay, termed as the Swaraj flag. Swaraj flag. Underline that. Swaraj flag. Okay, so the flag that designed by Gandhi in the year 1921, the time that the Swaraj flag, and its specialities are also mentioned here. Please underline that and learn that well. Okay, it was again a tricolor, red, green, and white, and had spinning wheel in the center. Remember, spinning wheel in the center. Okay, representing the Gandhian ideal of self-help. Okay, so spinning wheel is the symbol. Okay, that's symbolizing self-help. The Gandhian idea of self-help. Carrying the flag, holding it aloft during the marches become the symbol of defiance. So basically, almost all the national leaders started using this flag that designed by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, and it is representing the idea of self-help with the spinning wheels, with the spinning wheel, and almost all the protest movements, this national leaders started using this flag. Okay, clear? To unite the people, and protest against the Britishers. Clear? Yes or no? Is that clear or not? So we
Yes,
discussed
sir.
about two different types of flags here. One is Swaraj Flag that designed by Mahatma Gandhi in 1921. After that, National Congress they designed another flag. Okay, so that flag is still today Indian National Congress is using as their party flag. Their party flag, Indian National Congress party flag. Okay, so next paragraph. Another means of creating a feeling of nationalism was through reinterpretation of history. Okay, reinterpretation. What do you mean by the term reinterpretation? Giving a new meaning to, reinterpreting, giving a new meaning. Okay, clear. Reinterpretation of history. By the end of the 19th century, many Indians began feeling that to instill a sense of pride in nation, Indian history had to be thought about differently. The British saw Indians are backward and primitive. So Indians, they started thinking that we want to give a new life for our history. Okay, new life, a new meaning. Okay, for our history. Clear? So the British saw Indians are backward and primitive. Okay, the British people, they consider as Indians are backward. Okay, they are barbarians. They are not developed. They are backward. Okay, and incapable of governing themselves. They are unable to rule. Okay, they are unable to make a government and rule the people, unable to administrate. Okay, incapable of governing themselves. In response, Indians began looking into the past to discover India's great achievements. They wrote about the glorious developments in ancient times when art and architecture, science and mathematics, religion and culture, law and philosophy, okay, craft and trade had flourished. Clear? Here you can see. They wrote about the glorious developments in ancient times when art and architecture, science and mathematics, religion and culture, law and philosophy, crafts and trade had flourished. So Indians, they started writing books or giving a new meaning for the history. They started glorifying our past, giving, what do you mean the term glorifying? Giving a new meaning. Okay, new meaning in a positive sense, glorification. Okay, so they wrote about the importance of Indian art, Indian architecture, Indian science, Indian mathematics, religion and culture of India, law and philosophy that existed in India in the ancient time, craft and trade had flourished in India also. Okay, they discovered such kind of things and glorified that, wrote books about this kind of things and presented before the people. Okay, this glorious time, in their view, was followed by the history of decline. And they mention in the book that this glorious past, this well-developed past of India, it is totally ruined by the Britishers, totally collapsed by the Britishers. These nationalist histories urged the readers to take pride in India's great achievements in the past and struggle to change the miserable conditions of life under the British rule. So the Indian historians, sorry, Indian national leaders, they tried to unite the people. Okay, by teaching them our past, it was very great. Okay, it was a glorious past. The Britishers collapsed. I mean, Britishers ruined that, destructed that. Okay, now we want to unite and fight against the Britishers. These nationalist stories urge the readers to take pride in India, great achievements in the past, and struggle to change the miserable conditions of life under the British rule. These efforts to unify people were not without problems. When the past being glorified was Hindu, when the images celebrated were drawn from Hindu iconography, then people of other communities felt left out. Clear? So almost all these icons or history, everything is connected with the Hindu culture. Okay, so other religious people, they felt bad and they left from the Congress. Clear or not? Is that clear or not? So there is a religious tension. I already told you that at the time of national movement and at the time of independence in India, there's a religious tension existed between the Hindus and Muslims. Clear? And basically, this national leaders used Hindu mythology or Hindu iconography or icons are related with the Hindu mythology. So other religion people from other religion, they felt alienated. Okay, they felt alienated, so they moved out, move away from the Congress party. Okay, so conclusion of this chapter. So, conclusion, we came to the conclusion of the chapter. As a growing anger against the colonial government was thus bringing together various groups and classes of Indians into the common struggle for freedom in the first half of the 20th century, the Congress under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi tried to channel people's grievances into organized movements for independence. So Mahatma Gandhi, the leader, okay, the 20th century, he basically used to listen the complaints of the people and to mobilize the people against the Britishers. Through such movements, okay, what are the movements Gandhiji organized or basically planned in India? That is the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement. Two phases are there for these movements. Okay, but as we have seen, diverse groups and classes participated in this movement with varied aspirations and expectations. Okay, so numerous type of people or different types of people from the society, like the peasants, school teachers, advocates, students, okay, tribal people, like that, various types of people participate in this movement, okay, for with different aspiration, different aims. As their grievances were wide-ranging, freedom from colonial rule also meant different things to different people. Okay, so the demand for these groups of people also different. Okay, wide-ranging demands are there for the people. Okay, so as a result of that, they participated in the national movement in different ways. The Congress continuously attempted to resolve differences and ensure that the demand for one group did not alienate other. The Congress party always tried to solve the problem between these different groups of people. Okay, this is precisely when the unity within the movement often broke down. The high point of Congress activity and nationalist unity were followed by phases of disunity and inner conflict between the groups. The Congress party, they tried to reduce the problem between these different groups, but okay, it is out of the control of the Congress party. As a result of that, number of times there are serious problems arose within the Congress party. It broke, a number of people, they move away from the Congress party also. Okay, in other words, that was emerging was a nation with many voices wanting freedom from colonial rule. Okay, so anyway, finally we can say that almost all these people in India, different groups of India, they want freedom. They want the freedom, and we know that finally we got freedom in 1947, right? Okay, so this is all about this chapter, basically speaking. So, okay, now there are 2 points to complete your notes there. Write down. So, someone tell me what the last point you wrote there. The last point. Come on fast. So last point, I will repeat it one more time for you people. A tricolor Swadeshi flag using red, green, and yellow was designed during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, which had 8 lotuses for the representation of 8 provinces and a crescent moon for symbolizing the Hindus and Muslims. Next point. A tricolor Swaraj flag, a tricolor Swaraj flag, a tricolor Swaraj flag, a tricolor Swaraj flag was designed by Gandhiji, in the year 1921. In the year 1921, using the colors red, green, and white. Red, green, and white. Full stop. A spinning wheel was in the center. A spinning wheel was in the center. A spinning wheel was in the center of the flag. A spinning wheel was in the center of the flag. A spinning wheel was in the center of the flag, which represented the Gandhian ideal of self-help. The Gandhian ideal of self-help. The Gandhian ideal of self-help.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next point. The history was reinterpreted the history was reinterpreted. The history was reinterpreted. reinterpreted, reinterpreted, to create the feeling of, Adil Muhammad, Hand Steve, Aman Shakir, turn on your camera, create the feeling of nationalism. The history was reinterpreted to create the feeling of nationalism and instill, instill a sense of pride, among the Indians. Instill a sense of pride among the Indians. Full stop. Through this, the perspective of British, the perspective, perspective, the perspective of British towards India as, the perspective, viewpoint of British towards India as, backward, comma, primitive, primitive, backward, primitive, and incapable, and incapable, and incapable, primitive and incapable, of governing, themselves, was criticized. Governing themselves was criticized.
Spelling.
What?
Criticized.
Okay, CRITICIZED. Criticized. Okay. Criticized. Last point. The reinterpretation of the Indian history, reinterpretation reinterpretation of history. Write down the reinterpretation of the Indian history. Write like that. Indian history. The reinterpretation of the Indian history revealed that India had glorious achievements. India had glorious achievements. And developments, glorious achievements and developments in the past. Full stop. Repeating the sentence one more time. The reinterpretation of the Indian history revealed that India had glorious achievements and developments in the past. Full stop. India had contributed in the field of art. India had contributed in the field of art, art. India had contributed in the field of art, architecture, art, comma, architecture, comma, science, comma, religion, comma, culture, comma, law, 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 comma, philosophy, comma, crafts and trade, craft and trade. Okay. Okay. So notes completed. Okay. I'll give you 2 minutes. Please read that. Any doubt means you can ask me first. So printed note will upload today, and you should take a hard copy of the same and keep it in file. Okay, file. In the file you can keep the printed notes. Don't miss that. Okay, so it is very important. My notes in the sense it's notes for the from the chapter. Okay, and their notes you already wrote. The same note will be there, and the same time MCQ question answers will be there. Objective type questions will be there. Okay, NCRT solution. Okay, extra questions. Everything will be there. Okay, so just to keep that intact because you have to use that for the examination. Clear? Clear or not? Board examination. So
Yes, sir.
keep that properly. Take a printed copy, a hard copy, and file that. Okay, now everyone take your textbook. Take that. Open it. Now we want to mark some places on the textbook that is important for map pointing. Okay, so for the board examination we know that 5 mark map based questions are there, in which 2 mark from history part. Okay, that 2 questions from this chapter, nationalism in India. Okay, not from any other chapter, only from this chapter, nationalism in India. Clear? So you can see here it is, page number 31 or 32 in your textbook, I think so. You can see before 1.2, the Rowlatt Act. You can see that Rowlatt Act, right? So before that, the page number
31.
31. Okay, fine. So check it in page number 31. Second paragraph. This entire paragraph, it is important. Okay, it's related with the various satyagraha programs that are arranged by Gandhiji in India. India. Okay, so 3 places are mentioned in this paragraph. One is Champaran in Bihar. Next one, Kedah district of Gujarat. Another one, Ahmedabad in Gujarat. Okay, underline that. These 3 places are important for map pointing. Map. Okay, Champaran in Bihar. Next one, Kedah district of Gujarat, another movement. Third one, it is Ahmedabad mill strike in the year 1918. That's in Gujarat too. Okay, so these 3 places are important for map point. Clear? Mark that.
Yes, sir.
Mark. Okay. So coming to next page, you can see 32, page number 32. On 30th April, the infamous Jallianwala Bagh incident. So another one, Jallianwala Bagh. Another map pointing one. So Jallianwala Bagh, that's in Punjab. Amritsar, Punjab. Amritsar, Punjab. Where? What is that? This one, Jallianwala Bagh. Jallianwala Bagh is at Amritsar in Punjab. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what the 4th one for you people. So mark that place. Okay, so moving forward. Next one, calling off the non-cooperation movement. Okay, that also in Uttar Pradesh. So that's in Uttar Pradesh. A place name Chauri Chaura. Okay, map. Okay, Chauri Chaura. Can you see? Please see that picture. 1922, Gandhiji called off the non-cooperation movement. That's a Chauri Chaura. Okay, Chauri Chaura. What happened in Chauri Chaura? The non-violent non-cooperation or a non-cooperation movement that turned into a violent movement. So here the police and the people they fought. In that clash, nearly 22 police officers were burned alive in the police station by the people. So Gandhiji called off that movement in 1922. So the place is infamous, Chauri Chaura. So important for map pointing, Chauri Chaura. Map, 1922, Chauri Chaura. Okay, moving forward. Coming to the Salt March, the civil disobedience movement, Salt March. Okay, so Salt March, second paragraph, you can see Sabarmati and Dhanti. Both these places are at Gujarat. So Sabarmati, Dandi, map pointing. Sabarmati and Dandi, map pointing. Gujarat. Okay. Next, I will say some places you just write down. Nagpur. International Congress sessions. Lahore. Madras. Nagpur, Lahore, Madras. Okay. Now your homework. So I told these places. Take a blank map, a political map, outline or political, and mark these places properly and send the image to me, right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any errors are there, I will tell you. Okay. Easily you are able to find these places. Just mark these places and send that to me. Okay. And the same
Sir.
time, yeah.
Sir, will you say once more?
Nagpur, Lahore, Madras.
No, sir,
You want to
before
know the
this,
homework,
what you
right?
said.
Okay, nothing but take a blank map of India, political or outline, no problem, and mark all these places. Okay, mark all these places, label it, write the name of the places, point it properly, and send that to me. Clear? Ashik, the picture is not clear. Okay. So name of the states are mentioned already. Okay, okay, you said that also, no problem. Okay, and mark it properly and send that to me. Okay, and at the same time, you have to find out the importance of these places. Basically, I already told you that is Congress sessions there. You have to find out the years. In which year Congress party sessions conducted in this place? In which year in Nagpur, in which year in Lahore, in which year in Madras. One more place is there is Calcutta. Okay, Calcutta session. Write that also. Calcutta. Okay, so it's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next activity for we people. You can see page number. Okay, it is not correct in your textbook. Take the exercise part. Write in brief. You are able to see that. Write in brief. Okay. First three questions. You no need to attend the fourth one. No need to attend the fourth one. First three. First one explain. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. 4 are there. Why growth of nationalism in colonies is linked to anti-colonial movement. How the First World War helped in the growth of national movement in India. Why Indians were outraged by the Rowlatt Act. Why Gandhi decided to withdraw the non-cooperation movement. Okay. Want to learn that for the coming Monday. This 4 plus what is meant by the idea of Satyagraha. This one, and write a newspaper report on the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the Simon Commission. Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the Semen Commission. These are the things you have to learn for the coming class. Next, coming Monday, I think so. Okay, 3 days are there. Anyway, I will upload the notes there. You don't worry about it. Your answers are there. Please learn it. No need to attend the fourth one. Answer will be there. No need to learn that. If you want to learn the fourth chapter, first of all, you have to complete the first chapter. Okay. So please wait for that. Is that clear?
Everything
Yes, sir.
except the fourth one, right?
Everything
Every question except the fourth one, right?
except the fourth one. Write in brief. Okay. Write in brief.
Star map pointing when we should submit.
Map pointing, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow by evening. Okay.
Sir, for history,
sir.
any other notes are there?
Other notes in the sense?
The printed notes.
Definitely, I already told you, I will upload it. Okay. Don't worry about it. I will upload a note for you people to take a printout of the same and keep it. Okay. So chapter completed, but some more discussions needed. Okay. So some important points are there. I will tell you. Okay. So introductory paragraph completed. Now you know about the First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation, right? Yes or no? Any doubts are there related with this topic, First World War? Effect of First World, economic and social political effect of First World War in India. Okay. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Then the idea of Satyagraha. Mahatma Gandhi came back to India in 1915 and he organized a number of Satyagrahas. And the idea of Gandhian Satyagraha. What is this meaning of the term Satyagraha and non-violence? You know that. Any doubt regarding that?
No, sir.
If it is so, you can ask me. I will explain it. That's what. Okay. And the Rowlatt Act. What is this Rowlatt Act? Any idea? Anyone? Any idea about the Rowlatt Act?
Jallianwala
They will put
That Rowlatt Act and related
for
incidents.
2
like
years
Jallianwala
without
Bagh. Okay,
any.
fine. Then what is Rowlatt Act?
An act that is passed by British 1990.
They can
1919,
repress
correct.
any political action.
Yeah, they can arrest an Indian politician without any reason and can keep in jail for a minimum 2 years without any trial. Okay, so that act is termed as the Black Act of India or the Indian Act of 1919. Okay, so related with that, numerous problems started. So Indians agitated against this act with a hartal on 6th April.
Sir,
Later, yeah, tell me,
should we put map point Amritsar?
Amritsar.
Should we do map pointing?
Amritsar is not, yeah, Amritsar, that's what, Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar. Okay, so basically you have to point Amritsar and Jallianwala Bagh. So Jallianwala Bagh is in where? Amritsar. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
hartal on 6th April. Later that led to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the general order. So the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the Rowlatt Act, both are connected. So it is important. Want to learn it properly. Okay, clear? And just below that you can see the Kilafat movement. Another important question, the Kilafat movement. Okay, who are the leaders of the Khilafat movement?
The Ali brothers.
The Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. The Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali are the leaders of the Khilafat movement. Okay, so next one, a word is there for you people, boycott. What is the meaning of the term? So all these boxes you have to learn properly there, okay? So already you wrote that. Okay, you learn for the examination, I know. Okay, get any doubts, please you can ask me, no problem. Okay, so next, how the movement started, the non-cooperation movement started in the towns, and how the different groups of people participated in that movement. Okay, the movement in the towns, the rebellion in the countryside. So coming to the rebellion in the countryside, first of all, you have to learn about the Audh Kisan Sabha. Audh Kisan Sabha. Audh Kisan Sabha, you can see Baba Ramchandra, SNLC, Jawaharlal Nehru are the leaders of this Audh Kisan Sabha. Audh Kisan Sabha. Okay. And what happened in that villages related with this Audh Kisan Sabha? Very important question for the examination.
Should we study the full paragraph?
Full paragraph in the sense some important points are there. Okay. Full
Yes, sir.
paragraph. Some a number of one-word answers are there from this paragraph. Clear. So this chapter is very important. So we took nearly 1 month to complete this chapter because weightage for the examination. Okay, it is too high. Number of questions are there from this chapter. So all the paragraphs are important. Nothing to leave here. Okay, and the word beggar, bonded labor. Okay, so you want to learn that properly. Any doubt means you can ask. This week you have to complete this chapter by Monday. You want to finish this chapter properly. So coming to the next paragraph, you can find the tribal movement. Tribal movement. Tribal movement. And it is related with the famous person Alluri Raju. Alluri Sita Ram Raju. Okay, so tribal leader, tribal leader. So a question related with Alluri Raju and the tribal, this is the answer. Clear? The tribal movement and something connected with Alluri Raju. All things are here. Is that clear? Next one, plantation. Swaraj in the plantations. Plantation. Mark that. Okay, what is the meaning that provided by the plantation workers for the time Swaraj? And what happened in the plantations? Okay, so 3 more questions asked for 3 times for the board examination. So learn that. Swaraj in the plantation. Coming to the next page. Next, civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement. So all these movements are very much important, both the non-cooperation movement and the civil disobedience movement. In which important one, the Simon Commission. Simon Commission. Simon Commission and how that moved towards the civil disobedience movement. Okay, non-cooperation movement is a Rowlatt Act. Coming to the civil disobedience movement, it is the Simon Commission. Simon Commission. Okay. Simon Commission completed. Next one is the Salt March. Okay, Salt March. What is Salt March and how Gandhi started it? What are the reasons behind that? And how different people participated in the Salt March. Different groups of people participated in the Salt March. And the limits of civil disobedience movement. Clear? Why different groups of people moved away from this movement? Okay, here you can see Harijans. Harijans, lower caste people. Why lower caste people moved away from the movement? Why Muslims? Muslims move away from this movement. Okay, you can see Muslims. This also Muslims move away from this movement. What are the reason behind that? Okay, next one. The last topic what we discussed is a sense of collective belonging. How folklore, how prints, how icons that unite the people. Unite the people. Okay, so these are the things related with this chapter basically. And there are 5 sources are there. Okay, this for the passage-based questions. Passage-based questions are there. So I have to read that sources and want to learn it properly. Clear? So I will explain that in the classroom anyway, one more time. I'm repeating you people, complete the notes properly. And today we'll upload the notes. Please print out that and keep it you the same time. Map pointing want to complete and the question answers are there that want to learn for Monday, the coming Monday. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all these things are fine. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
the time to wind up the session. We will meet in the next class. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.